Hello, I'm John Joe. Welcome to Line War. Today we have Daseabneren as blue and Meheecan as red. So Daseabneren is over here, we'll call him Daz, is right in the center here. And unfortunately for him, he won't know whether Meheecan's in this section or this section. He could probably guess over here maybe, but I would reckon over this section. I can't see where he's starting. He's actually starting down here. I was wrong. So Meheecan is probably starting here because if he starts here, there's two different groups where he could be. At least when he's down here, he knows where the enemy's going to be, relatively speaking. They start right next to each other. Let's turn off Fog of War quickly and commands so we can see everything that goes on. We have 2 factories, 3 barracks set up for Daz, and Meheecan has done exactly the same. And then they both set up a barracks at the same time. So this is a complete mirror match. Meheecan's getting a bit of an advantage down in this section as there are more units close together. But Daz has more units currently firing because they're getting locked in behind each other. And because Meheecan's on haste, they are taking damage as they move. But Daz is going to lose this engagement in general just because of the amount of units there, but I think he might have took slightly better trades. Just for a bit of luck there, I think. Over in this section, 2 are getting caught off guard as more units come down towards this engagement over here. And both teams are letting some units expand for them. That'll increase their economy. Oh, actually, I say that a bit too early. Oh no, there are some units going away. Meheecan's getting some energy going. And he seems to have a plan over here. Maybe that's just a misclick. There's no navy units. But the engagements are getting closer and closer to Daz at this point. There isn't really any defense up in this section here. We've got some artillery trying to hold the lines over in this section. But the structure over here is under a fair bit of pressure. And more artillery is moving in for Meheecan. Targeting this one down pretty much, and these 2 are getting targeted down because of the meat shield here. They're firing at the infantry, allowing the artillery to fire over the top of them and get in the damage they need in the right places. But Daz has some reinforcing artillery now, and they are coming over, but Daz is now losing production on that section there, but he does seem to have a bit more eco maybe because of the expanding force. Let's have a quick look. It probably won't be much. Al has 330, whereas Daz has 370. That is a bit different. Considering how early it is in the game, it would probably be significant, but I assume Meheecan's getting his units to expand now. Yeah, they've got down here. So they're going to be able to get some energy going, and tanks will be able to pop out soon. Daz already has an energy well, but without investing in it, he won't be able to build many tanks to start with. But Daz has got a fair amount of units still expanding, so there's a few going this way, and upwards. Which is possibly why he's struggling down here, because he's invested a few more units into that expanse. We do have some commandos coming in through the north though, which Daz won't be able to see even through the fog of war. So this is what he sees. He can see the land being taken, and because he can see everything in that land, he knows there must be a commando there. So that might have just given Meheecan away. So as you can see, we can see it, and Daz can't. So let's turn that back off again. And because the commando's on an orange line, they are actually targeting the infantry. I probably would have them on a blue line, trying to target the structures like this one at the back. And the infantry is going to go down to that commando up there. But down here, it looks like Daz is getting more artillery currently on the front line. But one's going to go down, which leaves them about equal. One's heavily damaged though, and Meheecan's now got the most. And Daz is desperately trying to get some extra economy and invest in a town. So that's probably not a good idea, I don't think. Because of the pressure currently here, it's going to take a long time for that to pay off. And he really needs to try and secure this location. Maybe if he had this location here already and placing the town on that, might have been okay. But I feel like in this location it might be too risky. Especially as there are commandos now taking out your structures. I do think it's quite unfortunate for Daz in this. Even though he had a bit of luck in that early engagement, it wasn't enough. And Meheecan was able to pretty much brute force his way through this one. And then sneakily bringing in those commandos to snipe anything and everything he can, taking any opportunity that came up. And he's still trying to do so. He's hiding back in that forest, trying to sneak his commandos together to take this guy on, and now he's free to do it again. Now the town is up. Daz must have a higher economy, so 495, whereas Meheecan's on 380, so it's got a good 25% plus on eco, but that eco isn't going to help him too much right now. As he's losing his production structures, he's got to invest a lot more money to try and take them out. Or bring them back, should I say. Anyway, the match has ended. Meheecan managed to take Daz out pretty quickly, considering that was a mirror matchup at the beginning of the game. Let me know what you think Daz could have done better. Personally, I think he shouldn't have built that town, but he does need the eco to try and push back later, so it is a risk, and unfortunately it didn't pay off this time. Thank you for watching. Feel free to check out one of the two videos on screen right now, and if you do, I'll see you there. Thanks for watching.